Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Brijesh Karia, and I'm the business head of a company called as Robomate Plus. I've always been a teacher by profession, and in the last few years, I've realized that students slowly have started getting disconnected with studies due to various reasons, right? So we did a small survey. We tried to find out what is the reason for disconnect. So children gave us a lot of feedback points. A few of them were that, sir, we really love and enjoy going to schools. The teachers really connect with us very nicely, They give examples, they create humor, they dramatize some topics sometimes. So it's absolute fun to watch, learn, and study. But unfortunately, when I'm going home and I try to study alone, that is where the problem starts. What if I have a doubt? What if I'm not able to understand a concept? Where do I go to? Whom do I talk with? I don't have a teacher next to me to solve my doubts. So as a result, what happens? My parents force me to join to a tuition or to a coaching class. So this is why my problem starts, sir. I don't have time for myself. I'm going to school for 6 to 7 hours. I'm going to a tuition class for 3 to 4 hours. So 10 to 11 hours of a day, I'm not at home, sir. Right? I don't have time. By the time I come back home, I'm tired, exhausted, fatigued, and I'm not in a mood to study at all. So this, my dear friends, is the biggest problem that children are facing. They are disconnected because A, they don't have time. B, they don't have somebody at home to study with them, to solve their doubts, to answer their queries. Or what if they have a doubt at the last minute? Tomorrow, if they have an exam, who's going to solve that doubt? Third point that they face is they are bored of reading textbooks. Children nowadays are visual learners. They like to see and study, beautiful, brilliant, vibrant colors. They love that. So, how do we solve all these problems that today's children are facing? The answer is very simple, my dear friends. The answer is technology. Right? I have seen technology is able to solve a lot of problems that students and teachers are facing simultaneously. I'd like to share a small case study with all of you. With a school called as the DCM group of schools. They are based in Punjab, Ludhiana, as well as Firozpur. Interesting part about Firozpur is it is a very small town on the border of India and Pakistan. 5 kilometers, 7 kilometers from the border, they have an interesting school called as Dasan Round World School. So they were facing 2 or 3 challenges here. One is how do we get good teachers here in the border of the country? Two, how do we stop children from going to tuitions? Right? So they came up with a very beautiful and interesting idea. They developed an app called as Petals in partnership with Robomate Plus, and the app has started doing wonders. So what they did is they connected the classrooms of the school and the students' home to each other. So they developed an app in which they started sharing video lectures, tests, assignments with the students, notifications to them, games, quizzes, a lot of interesting stuff happening on the app. So what happens in their school is very simple. In the morning, suppose the teacher teaches quadratic equation. The child then goes back home, opens the school's app, watches a video on quadratic equation, writes a small test on quadratic equation, and this is where the magic starts. Whatever the child has done at home, the information starts going to the teachers online. The teachers come to know what the child has done at home, how much time has he spent on watching video lectures, how much time has he spent on writing tests, what are the average score of a class, and now with the help of those data points, the teachers are able to define their lectures in a different manner altogether. For example, in one of the lectures, the teachers came to know that, okay, in yesterday's test, question number 3, 60% of the classes got wrong. So instead of moving to the next topic, the teachers started spending more time on question number 3. They realized that, okay, now I'm getting data of what my students want. And this, my dear friends, in true sense, is the definition of a smart classroom for me. Is today's classroom smart enough? For my definition, classrooms don't become smart by putting a projector or a computer or some generic content that is available. Classrooms will become smart if you are able to deliver what the child wants. If you are able to understand his requirement and deliver as per their requirement, then in true sense, it becomes a smart school. So basically, today's world is about two things. One is personalizing education. Can we go to the child's level, understand what the children want, and deliver the goods accordingly? Second is data. How are you tracking the child's data? What is it doing? What kind of marks is he scoring? Which topic does he need help? Which subtopic does he need help? Once the teachers start studying all this, I'm sure they'll be able to deliver much, much, much better content than what they are doing. So in my definition today, how do you connect? As I told you, you connect the students with their homes, and teachers' role is very crucial in this. The teachers now have to act as a facilitator. They have to be a mentor. They have to be a coach rather than being a teacher per se. They have to be a guide on the side, if you honestly ask me, rather than being a sage on the stage. Because it is very important, if the students do some activities, then they are going to learn. Imagine Sachin Tendulkar and his famous coach Ramakant Achrekar. You know, Achrekar batting and telling Sachin, how is it done? No, that's not going to work. When Sachin Tendulkar goes there, holds the bat, practices, and the coach points out, this was right or that was wrong. Don't you think that is a similar kind of arrangement we need in our schools as well? That children do the activity, teacher has the job of pointing out where the children are going right, where are they going wrong, and then providing solutions accordingly. So once you connect the student, their house, and the teacher, believe you me, the learning will go to a different level altogether, because classrooms will become more interactive is what I feel. So these were my thoughts on connected classrooms. Thank you very much. I thank DIDAC for this opportunity. It's been a brilliant forum for last 4 years, and we've made some wonderful connections here, and we really thank Mr. Aditya Gupta and team for this brilliant opportunity to us once again. Thank you very much.